How you doing, Honey Bunch?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Well, you know, we're making it through. We're recording this on Halloween, so happy Halloween
Belated.
Belated. Sorry about that.
And also, no one can really celebrate to the full extent.
Yeah, maybe you dressed
no
up.
parties.
No,
maybe you dressed up for the family.
Right. We're not Halloweenies. Because, you know, we don't have any kids, so
well,
you know, that's
yeah.
part of the thing. Though I know some people who are like really into it.
Oh yeah,
know, but you know, it's not really our thing. But hey, hope you got
I hope
some
it is your thing and you had
it.
some. Yeah. We definitely got some candy.
Yeah. So this was a 31-day month, but a very light game day. And by the way, you're going to hear our dog possibly jingling around the room here.
Oh yeah.
So he's,
he wants to get on our laps.
But that's primarily due to, you know, school started mid-August.
Yeah.
And we kind of got the ball rolling and got used to being online. And then Shelley gets the notice, oh, in 2 weeks, you're going to find out if you are going to be in person or not. Yeah, so...
I love my kids, so it's fine, but it's pretty exhausting.
Yeah.
And it was emotionally very draining.
Yeah.
As people know who have to adjust their careers and do things that they normally didn't have to do before. It's emotionally stressful, and
definitely.
Yeah, so we didn't play many games. Well, we did play these games many times.
Yeah, that is very
because
true.
Once we knew how to play them, I could enjoy it. I didn't have to think, oh gosh, because I'm already having to think so much about the adjustment of a classroom and all the other things that were involved. Yeah. So we played some great games. Just you're not going to see as many as usual, I guess.
Yes. All right. So we should start off with one of our sponsors for our podcast, or the sponsor for our podcast, and that is the new Silver game. Silver Dagger came out. As you know, this was Essen month, and that's another thing we missed out on. Really,
yeah. There's some sad times.
But Silver Dagger came out, which is the 4th in the series, and just as with all of the other versions, you can mix and match the various cards. And there are some very cute cards.
Oh my gosh. And they do some incredible things
too. This one I love is because you can, if it is face up in your village at the end of the game, half the points. And remember, you want the least number of points on this. Flipper, look, flipping cards over, right? Yes, okay. And of course, the cutest dinosaur in the world. All right. So awesome artwork. Great new addition to the Silver line. And we can strongly recommend it, especially if you are a fan of these family-friendly games.
Right, I would definitely recommend this for stocking stuffers or little presents under the tree, or you just want to get people into gaming.
Yeah.
And you know, they like a little bit of bluffing, a little bit of fast card play, a little bit of, oh my gosh, the round is over. We just started, and then you get to start another game. Right. You know, those fast games that are so much fun to do.
Because it's based on golf, but then it has all of these special abilities, they may have played that standard deck game, and then you've got this.
And this is, you know, more gamerly. You know, this is a gamer's game.
Yeah,
yeah. So, yes, it's family friendly, but you could really get people into the hobby, I think, very well with this game. And especially, Silver. I mean, in the pictures, the cards are so cute that, you know, who wouldn't want cute cards?
Exactly. So Silver Dagger, Ted Alspach, and Bezier games.
Yes. A game that we've played quite a few times when we only have a few minutes.
Yeah.
And I just sort of want to do something, but can't really use much brain power. But completely understand this game because we've played it a lot. It's called Silver and Gold. And, of course, this is by...
Phil Walker Harding, I do believe.
Yeah, you're right.
Did Sushi Go, if you know.
So Sushi Go, you know, that's also one of those really friendly games. What's very cool about this is you have cards that you write on with those special pens. And you flip over a card, and then you have a few of these different cards sitting in front of you, and you put it where you would like to. And if you cross off money after you get a certain amount, you earn some points. If you cross off an X, you get to have a free X another one that you get to put on there. And if you put it on a palm tree, if there's other palm trees in the display of cards that you could choose from, you get that many points. it's just a lot of fun, really
straightforward.
fast.
Yeah.
There's different powers that some of the cards have. You know, if they'll give you a certain amount of points for every green card or other cards that you have. And it's just been a lot of fun for us.
This is the great, dinner's going to be ready in 15. Let's do a quick game.
Yeah, just let's play something
Yeah.
really light and fun.
Same, so silver and gold, Pandasaurus games, Phil Walker Harding.
Yes.
All right, so next game fits in that exact same line.
Definitely.
Qwixx on board. I know we've talked about this before. I wasn't a big fan of Qwixx, but when they added the board, which gives you a third option when you are the active player, it changes the game just enough to make it a really fun game. We get this out, the same thing with silver and gold. Notice they're exactly the same box size, even though this is NSV and designed by Steffen Benndorf. But really a wonderful, straightforward family-style game that takes the Qwixx idea where you have to choose dice and mark off your things from either 12 to 2 or 2 to 12, and you can't go back in the various different color dice. But by adding that board, it makes it that much better.
Yeah, we think it's a lot of fun. As long as you can do one of those things, you can keep going. So, so it's not all this kind of negative that that it felt a little bit negative before. Now it just feels much more fun to play.
Definitely, definitely.
So another game we've really been enjoying is called Trekking the World. It is so beautiful. Sorry about our crazy mutt. He's going to probably do that the whole time. Bing? No.
Bink.
Bink.
Charlie Bink.
Charlie Bink.
Underdog Games.
And this is a game that we have really enjoyed playing. It's a game that, I mean, I don't usually win. I think it's one we're very close on.
No, you win it a lot, actually.
This
fact, you've won all but one of the times we've played. This is a sequel of sorts to Trekking the National Parks. And so that had really beautiful pictures of parks and so on. This
does as well.
Yeah.
So you're basically going around the board trying to get little cubes that represent touristy things that you would do. And if you get a certain number, you get certain points for it. And then you're also trying to go to certain locations on a map where you
That's what the cards represent.
And
these nice big format cards, which have total information about the place on the back, which is totally cool.
And each type of one gets you a certain amount of points. They range from like 10 to 20.
Yeah.
And you are just jumping around on the map and you're trying to figure out, you have to move exactly the number that's on the cards, and they have different colors, and some of these destinations require certain colors. And then there's another tour area where you turn in 2 of one color card to get some kind of superpower for the round. So maybe it's you can jump to an airport and move, or you can get you don't have to turn in one type of card on at your destination. So they give you certain powers, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about this on, I think, next week's episode of the podcast, so more details then. But I really like the fact that, you know, it's this, you have to move on the board, and it's these actual places, and it's really a beautifully laid out game, and not too deep, nice, solid middleweight game.
Right. It's over pretty quickly, but you still have a good think, and just the right amount of think for somebody who might be stressed out.
So, Trekking the World.
Yes.
All right. My last game is, well, this is a re-implementation of my favorite game. And so it started out as Cardinal and Koenig, Web of Power, then went to China, and then Han, which introduced the official 2-player variant. And now we have Iwari, the deluxe version from ThunderGryph Games. This is so wonderful. Michael Schacht is one of my favorite designers, great guy, and just talking about that middleweight level game. Straightforward. We've talked about this game before, I know,
many times, because we love it so much.
This version is so gorgeous. Look at these. These are the totems, which, if you know China, are the emissaries. These get placed, look, they stack, right, in various colors. And those get placed as emissaries in the middle of the board. You have little tents. Everybody has a different shaped tent for placing what would be houses in China and Web of Power out on the board. You have your connections by roads and so on. But in the deluxe version, not only that, you have 4 player boards that are all double-sided. So you have 8 player boards, 8 mats of board games. So it's just the variance and the fact that they've now tweaked it enough that the 2-player game works really well.
It's perfect.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, we could play this game every day of our lives probably and really love it because it is such a perfect game. And if you've liked those other ones that you mentioned, this would be the next one to get because of all the maps.
Oh yeah.
How beautiful it is. The cards are gorgeous. The pieces, the metal count. It's just so lovely, and it is the perfect way for 2 players to play too. Yeah. Because
there's even a solo version in the box.
That you didn't have
before.
But we also haven't been able to just play this game before because it didn't have the it wasn't you couldn't do a 2-player.
Yeah.
But the 2-player way of doing this is perfect.
It really is.
So you're not just you're playing a dummy player, but it's really much more involved than that because you have to decide, are you doing 2 of your own pieces? Are you doing 1 of your piece, 1 of the neutral player, and it adds a whole another dynamic to the game.
It is so good.
It is so much fun.
In fact, we are going to talk about this game and the one that Shelley's about to talk about on episode 750 of the podcast. That's how many podcasts we've done. Yes.
Just a few.
All right, just a few. So what is our last game of the month?
Well, let me try to get it over here. It's a little heavy. It's called the Isle of Cats.
Yeah.
And it's 1 to 4 players.
Yeah,
it's
Frank West.
And it's published by the City of Games.
City of Games, exactly.
This is an incredible game too. I mean, we've played some really fun games, but this one you have a boat and you're trying to get some cats onto your boat.
Each player has the boat.
Yeah, so you have your own boat and you're trying to cover up certain rooms on your boat, as many as you possibly can, ideally, as well as cover up rats that are also negative on the boat. And you have a bunch of Tetris-style pieces, but they're more elaborately done. These ones I happen to grab just because the cats are so amazingly adorable. All of them are really unique looking, and you're trying to get them into your boat, and you're drafting cards. So and it's great because they go back and forth. So if you don't really have the best hand, you at least can mitigate that by getting somebody else's. Or if you had the best hand, you're not like gonna super take off with the game.
Yeah, it's get 7 cards and you get to only draft 2 of those, and in a 2-player you're going back and forth with that. 2, 2, and then 1.
Yeah, but I mean, just look at these pieces. I mean, look at every little detail is just absolutely stunning. And it's just a lot of fun to play. Just trying to get the cats, and you're trying to get the less expensive or the most expensive, depends on what you want, and you get a certain amount of points based on the groupings of cats that you get. You're trying to get the larger groups of cats.
Families of cats of the same color.
And then it's not just simply putting them on your boat. You also have cards that are personal goals that you can work towards. Lessons if you buy them. And then there's lessons for the group.
There could be public lessons or private lessons that only you get to do.
If you were buying those, you're kind of controlling what type of cat is going to be giving you more things.
Right, exactly.
So you would have had to pay for that, and you're paying in the currency of fish.
Yeah.
It's just a great game.
5 rounds, plays quickly. It says 60 to 90 minutes, definitely under 60 with 2 players.
Yeah.
Really straightforward. And I got 2 games that start with I that are totally awesome. Right? And to that end, as I alluded to before, most of these are going to be ones that we're going to be talking about in the next couple of weeks on the podcast. So if you want to know more information, you can always go to garrettsgames.com and listen to the podcast. As I said, we've got 750 episodes. We've been doing this for about 14 and a half years. I know, for a long time, but we've been having a really good time doing it. And hopefully you guys are now enjoying these videos that we are putting together, at least at the end of every month. Hopefully, with this next month, and given the fact that for Thanksgiving week, Shelley gets the entire week off. I get Wednesday through Sunday off, which is going to be very nice. We're going to get games like, Castles of Tuscany, which we have a copy of. Bonfire, the new Stefan Feld. The new roll and write version of Rajas of the Ganges.
Oh, I love that game. That made like my top game
It
one
did,
year.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
We even
Awesome.
have Monster Expedition, which is the new Fister game, and others that are coming. So I've got all those. I'm looking at them across the table from me.
I
as
can
things
see
to
them.
come. Yes. So tune in next time for some of those that we will be for sure covering, and we sincerely hope that your November has started out well, and you're staying safe, taking care of each other, and if you're seeing this on Sunday or Monday, because I'm probably going to put it up, please go and vote.
Yes,
Regardless of
please.
who you're voting for, vote. Well, we'd like for you to vote for a particular person, but vote, okay?
Just vote.
All right. Take care of yourselves. Have a great month. See ya.
Bye.